おはるわー。おはようございます。なんか最近朝配信ばっかだね。もう桜羽ルアは朝配信でいいか。Can we destroy your productivity today? You can try. I haven't slept yet. How about you? What do you think, Tarina? What do you think, girl? Of course, I haven't slept either. I wasn't planning to stream this morning. I was gonna just finish work and go to sleep because I have more plans when I wake up. But like, I was feeling a little down, and I really wanted to talk to someone. But this is kind of sad to say, but I don't really have a friend or anyone that I feel close enough that I can just hit up anytime and be like, hey man, I'm not really feeling good. I kind of want to talk about my feelings. Like, would you hop in a call with me? I mean, I guess it's not like there's no one. There's maybe like one or two people. Like, there's my family as well, of course. But it's a difficult time right now because it's very early in the morning. Most people are either asleep or have work. So I couldn't think of anyone that I could hit up and talk to. So I decided to go live. Yeah, I have you guys. Yeah. So I'm sorry if I end up like chatting a little bit about my feelings and stuff, but I was just feeling a little bit down and I felt like I needed a little bit of like motivation, or just like I just felt like I needed someone's company, so yeah. I thought if I could talk to the Ruamon for a bit, maybe I would feel a little more energetic. Yeah. Thank you for being here, guys. Even though I always go live so randomly, no schedule nowadays, teehee. Hi, Lazy, how you doing? I was just dealing with a little bit of imposter syndrome. Good old imposter syndrome. I was dealing with a bit of imposter syndrome and also self-doubt. I guess that also falls under imposter syndrome, and like loneliness. And also like lack of belonging. Yeah. Oh dear. I feel like everyone goes through this. Yeah. It's not a big deal. I'm not here to cry or anything, so don't worry too much about me. I just want to have a calm discussion about life and my feelings. I'm not gonna start crying or anything, don't worry. But I felt like I might have started crying if I just left my feelings to myself and just kept ruminating on it and kept being negative to myself without anyone there to, keep me company. So I felt like going live would help me keep my emotions in check, Hi, Yuki, konniwa. I am going live randomly because I felt like I wanted to talk about my emotions. It's very relatable, but still talking is welcome. Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you're doubting yourself, talking to somebody else really helps. Because like you realize that everyone deals with the same thing. Like, you think you're the only one who's always doubting yourself, but when you talk to other people, especially when they're willing to open up to you, you realize that everyone has a lot of self-doubts. And even someone who looks happy and confident all the time, on the outside, they actually probably deal with a lot of issues as well. And it's just that not everyone is willing to share that or, open up. So I personally really like being friends with people who are like willing to open up about their struggles to me, because I find peace in being able to like share my struggles with someone and hear their struggles as well, and then we can kind of like be there for each other. Like, some people think like, oh, you're just licking each other's wounds, or like, oh, it's like trauma dumping, but I like it. I don't know. I don't know. I find it hard being friends with people who never share like their feelings with me and just like always seem to be happy and chipper and only ever talk about the good things. Like I guess that's supposed to be a good thing, but like there's something that scares me about someone who never tells me anything that's like making them unhappy or like, you know, like feeling uncertain. Because I don't believe that there's anyone in this world who can be permanently happy. I believe everyone has moments where they feel a little down and that's normal. So the fact that somebody is like permanently happy or like never shares any of their uncertainties, to me that means that they're just not telling me. And the fact that they're like not willing to open up about any of their insecurities or uncertainties, even, you know, like without going into too much detail about it, it makes me feel like they don't trust me. But like I respect their boundaries, right? So I won't push for it, but it does make me feel a little sad or like I can't truly connect with them. But that's just me. Sometimes the person who smiles the most has the darkest secrets. Yeah, exactly. Especially, I feel like being a content creator, being a streamer, you wanna always, you know, put your best self out there and be happy and smiling. But actually, we have a lot of insecurities. There's something about putting yourself out there and essentially marketing yourself as the product. Like, because as a streamer, you yourself are the product. You know, you're selling your personality and your content, and whether people like that or not is what determines whether you are successful or not and whether you're able to keep doing this job or not. And there's something so incredibly like stressful and terrifying about that. Like, you're not just working on somebody else's project. You're not just trying to sell somebody else's product. You're selling yourself, your personality, your entertainment value. And therefore, when it's not going well, you know, you're not growing or, you know, your content is not being well received, it almost feels like a direct attack on your value as a person. So that's why a lot of content creators are men-hater. That would be me. It's not out of distrust, but rather my line of thinking is I will only be inconveniencing them with my problems because they care about me and they'll get worried. And I know they won't be able to help, so why bother them? I can understand that point of view as well. Like, you don't have to go into details about it or ask for help. I just want people to be honest with me, I guess. Like, if you're not feeling well, you know, you can be honest and say that you're not really feeling well, you're feeling under the weather. You don't have to like put on a smile and pretend like you're okay. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's totally valid if you don't want to share your problems. Like, it can come off as trauma dumping depending on how you go about it and who you're talking to, but I just think like it makes me sad when people don't show their true feelings to me at all. I like transparency. Yeah. Why do we start stream and then immediately start talking about like deep shit? Why are we talking about deep shit like 10 minutes into the stream? Oh my god, Foo! Hi, bestie! W transparency. Yeah, we love honesty in this household. That's why I vibe with you, bestie. I love how brutally honest you are and how unapologetically you are yourself. Like, I love people who don't, like, how do I say this? Like, pretend to be nice to everyone, so that they can be well liked. I like people who have the balls to just like be themselves, and if they don't like someone, they can like you know, be honest and just say like, hey man, I don't vibe with you, so like bye. Like I don't like people who pretend like they like me and like, you know, want to be my friend, but it's just lip service and they don't actually care about me. Like I prefer people who just say like what's on their mind. And I feel like I'm a rare case. And I feel like a lot of people don't like me because I'm too honest. Like, if I don't like something, I just fucking say it. Yeah, like, not everyone can be friends, and it's chill. You don't have to, like, be friends with everyone, and you won't vibe with everyone. People are different and have different personalities, right? Like, that's okay. But for some reason, it feels like, you know, if you don't try to make yourself likable to everyone, then you're a bad person. And it's, I don't know, it's hard to live, man. So hard to live. この世界は生きづらいという話です。It hurts in the moment, but no, you gotta hear the truth or just festa. Yeah, like I much prefer someone tell me like, hey man, I don't really vibe with you. So like that's why I don't really talk to you or anything. Like I want to know like if they're not interested in getting to know me. Rather than pretending like they know me, pretending like they want to get to know me and like acting nice, but like only on the surface, only to like always leave me out and neglect me and like not treat me well. So I'm like left in the dark to always question like, wait, they act nice to me, but like I feel like they don't actually want to be my friend. What's up? Like that turmoil of having to debate whether they actually like you or not. Dude, I hate that. I hate that. Sadly, words will spread, so I might have bad reps since I just say shit. No, I like that about you though. I like that about you. I feel like it's really rare to meet people like you. Especially like content creators, because obviously everyone wants to have a good image, right? So if you are the kind of person who's really honest and just like say out loud what you like and don't like, and you don't like sugarcoat, right? And pretend to just be like a saint, like people gang up on you and spread rumors about you, and then you won't be as popular. You won't get to climb up the ranks. So it's very rare and to me precious to find someone in the VTubing community or like the overall content creation community who's very brutally honest. Because I'm brutally honest and I like my people. Once again, I find myself in agreement with you, Rua. I feel like we agree on a lot of things, Corna Lady. Handshake, handshake. Ah, Mashiro, hello. Welcome. Ohayo gozaimasu. Thank you for the head pants. Thank you. I like Rua. You're so different from me that I vibe with you. That's nice. I'm glad to hear that. I feel like the only thing that I take pride in of my my however many years of life is that I am unapologetically myself. Actually, no. I do feel like I should change sometimes, but I've never been able to. Like, when I was in school, I was a loner. I had no friends. I would like sit alone by myself during lunchtime. But I would rather be alone and have no friends and be isolated than have to pretend to like things that I don't like and pretend to like people that I don't like to have friends. And that's how I've always been ever since I was in like primary school. Like, I've always struggled with making friends and finding a place to belong. I think it doesn't help that I, you know, was born in Asia and migrated to Australia as well. That definitely fucked with my identity. But I just really struggled I really struggled to pretend to be someone who I'm not, just to fit in. And I suffered a lot because of it, but at the same time, I am where I am today because I never gave in and I never stopped being myself. I probably wouldn't have become a VTuber or a content creator or a voice actor if I didn't continue being the anime-loving, Japanese-loving, otaku that I was. If I gave in to social pressure and peer pressure and just went along with whatever other people in my class liked, I probably would have stepped away from the anime, otaku, VTuber scene. I don't think I would have ever discovered VTubers, and I wouldn't be where I am today. I probably would have never moved to Japan either. So, at the end of the day, I'm glad that I decided to walk on this path. Yeah. There are nice and straightforward people, but there are also those who are rude and blunt. Yeah, you're right. I agree. I don't like people who are rude and blunt either. I feel like you can be honest without being an asshole. I feel like that's a very important line. Yeah. For what it's worth, I'm glad that you decided to go in this direction too, Rua. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Integrity is a value trait. Ooh, there was a quiz recently that was kind of popular amongst my friends and stuff. Some of my IRL friends were doing it in a group chat, so I tried it as well. Let me see if I can find a link actually, so you guys can give it a try as well. But I got my highest scores were justice, integrity, and kindness, which was unexpected for me because I thought my preservation or something would be higher, but actually justice, integrity, and kindness were my highest points. They were all 70%. Yeah, the three of them were all lined up at the same. And then after that was bravery, and then determination, then preservation, and then the lowest was patience. Which lines up because I have no fucking patience. That's a really bad trait of mine. I can totally see that in myself. I'm not patient enough. I really need to be more patient. I feel like that's my fatal flaw. I really am not patient enough. Oh, I found it. It's これだ. Let me send it in chat actually, if you guys wanna give it a try as well. A lot of people were doing this one recently. 最近流行ってるパーソナリティクイズみたいなやつ。これ。Yeah, it was really popular recently. I think a lot of people might have done it already. This one. If you haven't done it yet, feel free to give it a try. It's pretty long, but I feel like the questions are really insightful, and it was really fun to try. So you guys should give it a try as well. I'll post the link in YouTube chat as well. そんな白。はい、YouTube のチャットにも送りました。こちらのクイズ最近やってみたんですけど、ちょっと興味がある方はね、やってみてください。Yeah, I'll pin it. I mean, we might move on from talking about this, but if anybody wants to give it a try, it's honestly a really nice quiz. So I will say I wish the questions were more separated in what they asked. Yeah, I agree. You already did it? Yeah, what did you get, Lazy? Sometimes I'd be one thing, but not the other thing, so I end up with neutral a lot. Yeah, me too, I feel like. 好久不见，早上好啊。What was your major trait? My highest was justice, integrity, and kindness. I didn't realize I was such a righteous person, but honestly, after thinking about it a bit more, I feel like it makes sense. I have really high integrity, and it's both a blessing and a curse. like, I feel like it makes me somebody who is very honest and very much like upholds my morals. But at the same time, I feel like it makes me very unflexible. It makes me hard to get along with. It makes me hard to assimilate into a new environment and hard to accept change. Because I have such like a, like justice too, like I have a very strict set of morals, I feel like, that I will not bend. Like, I have a set of rules, I feel like, in myself that I'm not willing to bend. And because of that, I'm not a very flexible person. So when change is required in my life, I oftentimes cannot face it properly. And it also makes me very difficult to get along with, because if my values doesn't match with someone, I find it difficult to like find a middle ground and accept, I guess, that they don't uphold the same values as I do. So it's both like a blessing and a curse. Patience, perseverance, and integrity. Damn, you have the highest trait that was my lowest trait. What's funny is people were surprised that kindness and determination were the lowest for me, as they tend to call me that. Yeah, I was surprised that justice, integrity, and kindness were my highest. I thought preservation and determination would be my highest, but I guess I'm not that determined, or like I guess I'm not that. I guess I'm not that strong. I thought I was stronger, but I think I'm more strict than I am strong, maybe. Patience was my lowest stat. I can't do it right now. The music and the quiz forces the stream to pause. Yeah, dude, the music and the quiz is really loud. But yeah, give it a try sometime if you're curious. It's a pretty interesting quiz. I almost want to redo it and be like a little more, what do you call, like extreme with my answers and try not to pick neutral, because I got 70%. Like I got 70% for 3 traits, and I kind of wanted one to stand out on top. So I might try redoing it sometime, but yeah. It's probably gonna be one of the 3 that's on the top. Yeah, I feel like the neutral answers can affect the results a lot. Yeah. Why did we start talking about this quiz again? I forgot. Oh yeah, cause Lazy mentioned integrity. Yeah, what is integrity actually? Like, I feel like I know the word, but I don't know the word. Let me look up the meaning of integrity. Integrity means being honest and having strong moral principles that you refuse to change. Oh, that's so me. Yeah, honestly, justice and kindness should be lower than integrity. I think integrity should be number 1. I feel like honesty is like my biggest trait. I think the biggest trait that I have that I both love and hate is honesty. I am too honest for my own good. Sometimes in life, you benefit more by not being honest. And I'm too honest for my own good. 私はね、マジでな、正直すぎる。正直すぎるゆえに、いろんなところで苦労してるんだよな、これが。I'm sometimes impatient to a fault. Yeah, I feel like anything, like too much of anything is not good. Man. This is a self-reflection morning, guys. I am waiting to go buy bentos for tomorrow. Usually around like 11:30 a.m. is when the bento shop refreshes their stuff. So I just wanted to stream for like, you know, an hour to 2 hours and talk about my feelings a bit. But now I feel like I need to do some self-reflection. And do some self-reflection and how I can improve myself. I don't know, I've been feeling a lack of belonging recently. Like, I have friends, but are they really my friends? How do I say this? Like, I talk to people, but then I worry that they talk to me not because they enjoy my company, but because I'm just there. Like, it's just like skiai. You know, we say like skiai in Japanese. Like, it's just like social etiquette. I always worry that all the people that I know that I hang out with only talk to me because it's social etiquette. Like, they can't just like ignore me, right? And like don't talk to me. But they don't actually care about me or enjoy my presence or think that, you know, I'm somebody who's enjoyable to be around and like that conversations with me or spending time with me is fun. I worry that it's just social etiquette. And it makes me feel very lonely, and it makes me worry that I don't actually have any friends or people who enjoy my presence. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way as well. You get that, Brian? Yeah, like, I'm not saying that's how it is, but it's like, it's something that I sometimes feel, and I wanted to, I guess, share that and see if anybody in chat maybe has also felt the same way. And then, like, how do you convince yourself that, you know, your friends do care about you? Like, people do enjoy having you around. It's just like when you're uncertain, you know, like when you're uncertain, how do you reassure yourself that you do have people in your life that care about you, you know? Honestly, I'm going through a similar period right now as well. Yeah, like, I feel like I regularly go through this. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I'm so happy. I have so many friends and life is so good. And then sometimes I'll be like, but what if my friends don't actually care about me? Might have to do other methods to check on people these days. Yeah. It's hard. Being in Japan doesn't help either. Oh my god, you're so right, bestie. Can I talk a bit about how hard it is to make friends in Japan? Holy shit, wait. Do you get this, right, Fu? You went to uni here. Dude, Japanese friends are so hard to make, you guys. I made some Japanese friends, like, recently. And at first, I was, like, really happy. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I made Japanese friends, and we all liked the same game. That's how we connected. And I was, like, really happy. We would sometimes, like, hang out in voice chat and stuff as well. But I met them again recently. And I kind of realized that they don't actually really see me as a friend. Or, like, maybe they don't actually see me as a friend. Like, it was just tatemae. Like, I'm you know, also like a content creator in the same space, so they all, you know, like responded to me warmly, but they're not actually interested in being like personal friends with me, and it's more of like a half business kind of relationship, and that made me really sad, because nobody like reached out to me to like, you know, say like, oh, you wanna like, you know, hang out, or you wanna like meet up. And it was only at the very end when I reached out that I found out they were all already hanging out with each other. And if I didn't reach out, I probably would have just not met any of them at the event. And like, being a non-Japanese person, I always feel a little bit isolated in Japanese groups. Like, no matter how fluently I speak Japanese, I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of the times they see me as like just the foreigner. Like, I'm just a foreigner. Like, I feel like I can never truly be a part of a Japanese group because I'm not Japanese. I don't know if that's just how I feel or if that's really common in Japan, but I don't know. What do you think, Fu, as someone who's lived here before? I feel like I need to talk to more like of like my foreigner friends who like live in Japan or have lived in Japan, because I've been living in Japan for 2 years now. And to this day, my closest friends, like the one who I feel the closest to, are my Chinese friends who live in Japan. Like, they are all fluent in Japanese and have lived in Japan for years, but like they're not Japanese. And I feel like I vibe with them the most. And I'm like, is this really how it has to be? 今ね、なかなかお友達が作れないという悩みをみんなに話してるところです。モカさんおはようございます。日本人の友達ができても実際に仲良くしたいのか、それとも建前で付き合いで仲良くしてくれてるだけなのかわからないっていうお悩みですね。はい。It's already been 2 years since I moved to Japan. Yes. It's been that long already. I think common in Japan, but if they are Japanese with study abroad experience, then usually okay. Ah, I see. Yeah, I feel like Japanese culture is very closed off in a way. People who have studied abroad typically are a lot more, what do you call, like I feel like I can vibe with them more. I used to feel like that a lot. It still happens sometimes, but most of the time I work through these worries by trying to have fun talking anyway. People like it when you like talking with them. That is true. I think I have the same results as you. Bravery when I took the quiz. Oh, did you have bravery as your highest? Bravery was my 4th highest trait. 難しい悩みですね。いや、難しいですよ、本当に。私、海外出身だからさ、建前とか、まあ理解はしてるんだけど、やっぱ慣れてなくって、海外の人って結構ね、なんていうのかな、正直っていうか、なんか、好きじゃなかったら、そもそも話しかけてこないみたいな。わかりやすいんだよね。でも、日本人ってなんか別に自分に興味がなくても、建前で優しくしたりするじゃん。よくあったの。それこそ昔、声優の専門学校に通ってた頃も、その、授業を受けた時は、クラスの子たちが、結構ね、なんか、休みの間になんか一緒にカフェでね、抹茶ラテ飲みながらお話とかしてて、なんかカラオケで一緒に練習したりとかもしたんですけど、なんかあれってなんかクラスメイトだったからの付き合いであって、学校辞めた途端全くも連絡ないんだよね。なんか本当なんかどうしたら本当の友達になれるんだろうってすごいなんかわかんないんだよね。I think it depends on the group, but usually I never put Japanese friends as friends I can have deep talks with. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. Strange to me considering how deep Japan's films and other kinds of entertainment can be. I think it's culture. I think it's Japanese culture. I think they grow up being taught that you have to be quiet and be a part of the group and don't make too much noise, follow what everyone else is doing. And therefore, they don't really come to terms with their feelings a lot of the times, or even when they have things they want to say or object against, they don't have the courage to say it because that's not the kind of education that they received. Whereas me, growing up in Australia, I was taught to speak up for what you believe in, to be yourself, to accept others for being different. That is the education that I received growing up. So I'm very much like, I hate people who judge others based on ethnicity and appearance. I hate people who pretend to be what they are not. And I really love people who, you know, like stand up for what they believe in and, you know, like see others for what's on the inside and don't judge people based on appearance or like where they're from. Like, I feel like those kind of values are drilled into me because I had an Australian education. That's the kind of thing we get taught in school, you know? But like, I guess like Japanese people don't get that kind of education. So like, we're fundamentally very different? Even in Japanese films, people who have deep talks grew up together. or are dating. Oh my god, you're so right. Actually though, for real. I feel like unless I date someone, like unless I date a Japanese person, like nobody will ever truly open up to me. A lot of Japanese people don't open up to each other when they're in a relationship either, so 外国の方に比べて日本人は、プライベートとそれ以外分けてるからちゃんとしたお友達ってなると大変ですよね。そうなんですよ。特にね、この職業はね、そのプライベートとお仕事のラインが正直なちょっとぼやけてるっていうかわからないんですよね。その大体その同じ活動をして知り合いになってたまにイベントとかもねご一緒させていただくことがあったりして、ね、たまにボイスチャットとかでね喋ったりとかしてもそれってお友達なのかそれともあくまで同じ分野の活動者なのかわからないんだよね。なんか誰が自分のことを友人として認識してくれているのかわからない。本当に難しいです。チキンライスさんおはようございます。今友達作るのって難しいねって話をしてます。特に活動者として他の活動者さんと仲良くなったと思いきやなんかただのビジネス関係なのかなって不安になって今ちょっと悩んでますね。そもそも友人の定義がおかしい。そっか。まあ、人それぞれだよな。友達とは。I guess people also have different, like, what do you call, standards for what they consider a friend. Yeah, it happens outside of Japan as well, for real. Definitely. Like, especially in the content creation space. Because it's like, if you play games sometimes off stream, and then you collab a few times, like, is that, like, are they a friend? Are they a friend? Or are they in ways a business partner because you're benefiting off of like collabing with each other? Like when you befriend a creator, especially if they have more influence than you, can you really say that you are genuinely interacting with them just because you're friends? Is there not a single part of you that is thinking, well, if I collab with this person or if I get along with this person and associate myself with this person, I can benefit from them and I can get more numbers. I can grow my branding and my follower base by being associated with this person. Are you really 100% only hang out with this person because you vibe with them? Or is there more? Like, that's the kind of thing that I think about when, like, I try to make friends in this industry or when people approach me, and I feel like it makes it really difficult for me to collab with people or make friends. I can yap about this topic all day. I think about this shit all the time. Yo, when are we hopping into a voice call, Fu, so we can talk about this? Wait, maybe you were the friend that I should have DM'd. I was saying, like, when I first started the stream, like, I didn't know who I could talk to about this. Yo, I gotta hit you up next time. We should have a conversation about this in VC, bestie. You got kindness and justice. Oh, same as me. I got justice, integrity, and kindness. Someone might see what another would deem as an acquaintance as a friend. Yeah, everyone's like standard is different. あと、慣れてないと外国の方怖いって思ってる人もいるので、線を引いてしまう可能性がある。なるほどね。で私の場合見た目が、中国人なので、見た目はただのアジア人そんなに変わらないね。黒髪とかね。で日本語ペラペラだしなんなら訛りもあんまないじゃないですか。もうそれこそヤッホー日本人だよって言っても多分違和感がないぐらいそんな外国人って感じがしないからもうちょっとね日本人の輪の中に馴染めると思ったらなんか馴染んでなくてちょっと悲しい I got you, fam. Yo, I remember this. Next time I'm thinking deeply about this, I'm gonna DM you, bestie. I think about that a lot, but in my mind it doesn't clash. Sure, you can benefit from your friends and vice versa, but I don't see why that's bad. Maybe that's how I need to see it as well. Because I brought this up earlier, like with the quiz that I have pinned right now. By the way, we were talking about this quiz earlier, if anyone wants to do the quiz. I have really high integrity, so I feel like it prevents me from doing a lot of things in life. Because, like, for example, when I want to get to know someone better, I'll stop questioning my own intentions. Like, am I interested in getting to know this person more and hanging out with them more because I purely, you know, think they're cool and think that we're vibe? Or is there a part of me that thinks I could benefit from associating with them? And then when I think about that, I start feeling unsure of myself, and then I don't have the courage to reach out. Yeah. I genuinely was thinking about all this a while ago, and it's so hard to hang out with someone with very little followers as well as big creators. Yeah, like, it's so difficult in the content creation space. Like, sometimes I'm jealous of my friends who are not content creators, and it's like people who you work with and people that you're friends with are like such a clear separate line, right? Like, I find myself being a lot more comfortable opening up to and like hanging out with my friends who are not content creators, because I know that when we hang out, like, it's not like there's like zero like business involved, right? Like, there's no like, oh, by hanging out with this person there's benefit. Like, there's benefit isn't a word that is related in our relationship. We hang out because we like each other and it's fun and we like the same things, and that's it, you know? It's like so liberating sometimes hanging out with my non-content creator friends and realizing that, you know, like, oh, like I don't have to think about this. Even if you think they're chill, some guy can just drop a whole Google Doc on you. No, for real! Like, that's like one of my biggest fears. Like, what if like I think I'm like chill with someone, but then they like secretly hate my guts? And I don't think I've ever done anything to like be mean to them or whatever, but like for some reason they think that, you know, I'm mean, and then they like, you know, write like all these like things about me and maybe like even spread it around, and then without my knowledge I've become like this really horrible person. And this whole time I didn't even know, like, because you know, because they didn't tell me. Instead of telling me how they feel about me, they decided to, you know, go around and just like spread rumors about me. Like, I'm so scared of that shit, man. I'm so scared about that shit. Yeah, like exposing. Ah, Potato! Thank you for subscribing. Good morning, Potato. Hello. We're talking about life, relationships, and how making friends is difficult. Very deep shit. We're talking about some deep stuff, Potato. It is deep talk mornings. That's gonna be my new thing. Deep talk mornings. I should start a podcast called Deep Talks with Rua. That should be my new thing. I love deep talks, by the way. My favorite topic. Sometimes you can just say you don't vibe with some other creator, and then your friend would tell others, and then you're the bad guy. Oh my god, you're so right. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with not vibing with people, and yet if you say that you don't vibe with someone, somebody else will take that as like, oh, so you hate them. Oh, so you're an asshole. Oh, okay. And then like without your knowledge, you just become an asshole. Oh. Also, yes, making friends is so hard, right? I've been really struggling with, like, making friends. Or, like, I made new friends, but then I start worrying whether they see me as a friend or whether I'm just, like, a business acquaintance to them. And then I start doubting myself. 羽生えてるから最初はびっくりしましたまあまあまあフェニックスですからね。頭に羽が生えておりますよ。I like the sound of that. Maybe I'll make that my new thing. That sounds fun. Oh, so you hate waffles? Yeah, exactly! People are like that all the time nowadays. Rua's trying to work while streaming. We know how this might end. Yeah, it's been almost an hour and I haven't done any work. Like 0% work. This has turned into a talk about life. I feel like this is really helping me though. Like, I said this earlier as well, but I was working and then I started thinking about some negative things and I let self-doubt take over me and I was feeling a little overwhelmed by self-doubt and I felt like I was gonna go down into a spiral of like just doubting myself and feeling like I'm not good enough and nobody likes me and then I might start crying because of it and I didn't want to go down that. Instead, I wanted to face my feelings head on and like, you know, like have a discussion about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go live because I'm sure this is something that everybody feels, not just me, you know, doubting yourself, worrying about your relationship with other people, you know, having imposter syndrome and like worrying whether the achievements that you have are actually earned or if you just got lucky. So yeah. So that's why I decided to go live because I felt like I needed to reset my feelings, be able to focus on work again. Yeah. Work means working through life problems, right? This is therapy. True! Work equals working through my problems. Yes, real, true. This sort of talk definitely helps with clarity. It's productive. Yeah, I think so too. You gotta find a hobby and have friends that can enjoy that hobby with. Ooh. What do I do if all of my hobbies have become my job? I liked anime, and now I have become anime. I liked voice acting, and then I became a voice actor. I liked like filming and like taking photos and like making videos and stuff, and then I became a content creator. I liked playing games, so I became a streamer. And all of my hobbies are like part of my job now, and I low-key don't know what other hobbies I have, like farming games, which I don't really stream because I prefer playing them in my own time. Time to hop on League of Legends? No! Never! Why are you saying the same thing as Shun Night Song? Stop! Why do all of my friends try to make me play League? Stop! Oh my god. No way. なんか趣味を探せばって言われて、ロールやろうよって誘われたんだけど、やだ、ロールだけはやりたくない。Have you considered crafting? I used to craft. I used to make crafts. That was one of my biggest hobbies when I was younger. Like before I got into university, before I got busy with work and content creation. Handcrafts was one of my favorite things to do. It's hard to do in Japan because I don't have the space to keep all of my materials. But I did that a lot back in Australia. I have a bunch of like paper and crafts and ribbons and things that I use to make like handmade cards. Like making handmade cards for my friends whenever it was like their birthday was something that I really loved doing. I kind of stopped doing it though because I don't have the space to keep my materials in Japan. Yeah. Too content pilled, yeah. I've become too content pilled. What about Riftbound? What the fuck is a Riftbound? Isn't that something in League of Legends? Eh? What about Dota? That's just League of Legends but for boomers. Or so I've heard. I don't know. Don't cancel me. I don't know. But somebody once told me that Dota is just League of Legends but for boomers. So anyways. The good thing about talking about your perspective in life is that even if you don't change your mind, listening to others' perspectives might give you insight. Yeah, that's why I really wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to hear your insights and see that if it might, like, you know, enlighten me, kinda. And then you'll be crafting on stream and it'll be work. You're so right! Like, any hobby that I pick up would just end up being something that I stream. And then, like, can I truly, really have a hobby, you know? I think something I did recently that I'm really glad I did was, I stopped doing anime review streams. Or, like, trying to, like... I used to do anime reviews. But I stopped doing that. And now I watch anime purely for fun. Sometimes I'll talk about it on stream, but I don't make it content. Like, I don't do like tier list or like try to like, you know, do like a proper review of all the anime that I watch. It's very casual. When I do talk about anime, it's like I'm talking to a friend, right? I don't like try to like make it into content. I don't make documentaries about, I don't make video essays about anime. I don't write reviews about anime anymore. And I used to do that. So I'm glad I stopped doing that because now I can enjoy anime more so like purely just because I enjoy it. Low-key, my only hobby right now is Chikawa. ねえ、私のさ、今の唯一の趣味、ちいかわかもしれん。My hobby is Chikawa. Looking at Chikawa, holding Chikawa, watching Chikawa, collecting Chikawa merch. That's my hobby, guys. You're a cook if that's your only hobby. What do you mean? What hobbies do you have, bestie? Besides playing League of Legends and Valorant. I guess otome games is my hobby. Because, like, most otome games, you can't stream. Like, it's, like, Idea Factory doesn't allow otome games to be streamed. So I can only play them off stream. So it's, like, technically a hobby, I guess. It's really bad, though. Because now when I play any game off stream, I'll just think, oh, I wish I streamed that. It's so bad, guys. Don't become a streamer. It'll ruin your life. If you're a gamer, don't become a streamer. Okay, I'm telling you. Like, don't listen to other people. Listen to me. I think being a gamer and then becoming a streamer will actually like ruin your hobby. You can never play a game and not think to yourself, oh, I should have streamed that. Oh, that would have been so good on stream. Like, I would be playing Tomodachi Live, like just for my own entertainment. And then like a really funny moment would happen. And then I would be upset that I wasn't streaming it. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. I like photography and guitar and card games. I have my hyperfixations. Well, I have Chikawa, Kopen-chan, and Hanamaru Obake. And those are my hyperfixations. So we're the same. It's not just Chikawa! I'm also obsessed. I'm also obsessed with Kopen-chan and Hanamaru Obake. Yeah! Aren't those just characters? Are you judging my hyperfixation? My hobby is looking at Hanamaru Obake, collecting Hanamaru Obake merch, and holding Hanamaru Obake in my hand. Actually, no. Recently, I started a new hobby. 最近ね、シール集め始めたよ。最近シール集め始めた。Recent hobby that I picked up was collecting stickers. Like, it's been really popular recently, collecting like 3D stickers. I started doing that recently. I'm holding my sticker book in my hand right now. シール集め。そう。I haven't like moved all of my stickers to my book yet, but ever since I got the Bonbon Drop Shiru from the Chikawa movie, I kind of decided to like just buy stickers whenever I see ones that are really cute of like a series that I like. And I've collected quite a few, and I have them in like a little binder booklet. And you basically like just stick them on like a sheet, and then you keep them in your binder, and then it's just a collection, and then you can like peel them off and like trade them with other people. Except I have no friends to trade with, so it's just me right now. But I did start doing this right now. ASMR. These are my stickers. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? これ私のシール。これ私のシール帳の音。That's the sound of my sticker collection, guys. I guess that's like my new hobby. It started because of Hanamaru Obake. I bought the Hanamaru Obake sticker like booklet. And then I was like, well, since I bought this and I bought some Hanamaru Obake stickers, I might as well collect more. So then I started collecting more and I got Chikawa. And then I bought some Detective Conan ones. I got some Haikyuu ones. And I got some Chainsaw Man ones. And I'm trying to get even more. Yeah. Gotta go do some work. Enjoy the rest of your stream, bestie. You can DM me anytime. Alright, I got you, bestie. Thank you for dropping by. Good luck with work. Somebody stop the braid before she turns the stickers into content again. Yeah, I need to make sure I don't turn it into content, man. Have you tried journaling? Ooh, I used to journal, but I stopped doing it because it started feeling more like a chore and it wasn't fun anymore. Cause like there'll be days where like I have nothing to write about, but I would still feel like I have to write, and then it became more like a chore. So, I feel like those hobbies are hard to find friends to share with. No, I feel like Chikawa in particular is like really easy to find friends to like chikatsu with. Actually the most I've been able to go out and have fun, like purely for fun, not for content or anything, is through Chikawa. Like recently, especially because of the Chikawa movie, like just hanging out with my friends who aren't content creators or anything, going to watch the Chikawa movie, buying Chikawa merch, like that's like the most fun I feel like I've had as of recent. So Chikawa is actually really good for making friends, I feel like. What's journaling? I guess like writing about your day. But yeah, it always ends up becoming like a chore to me. Yeah. Cause like not every day is eventful. So if I try to make myself write something every day, it just ends up being like really repetitive or like feels like a chore. Ooh, something that I did do that I feel like was really good for me though was whatchamacallit, positive journal. Like you just write down as many things that you can think of that happened during the day that was good, and only the good thing. I did that for a while because I was really depressed at one point in my life, and I'm still battling with it, but I always try to improve. So I looked into ways I could feel better, and one of the things that I thought might help was like making a positive journal. So I tried to like write down things every single day of like, this happened that made me kind of happy. Yeah, I always eventually stopped doing it though. Hello, Erika on YouTube. Welcome. We're talking about life and hobbies, I guess, that you can pick up right now. Journaling with a purpose like that makes it a lot more worthwhile. Yeah, I think so too. It's really bad though, because like on some days I can't think of any things to write as well. Like, or it ends up being repetitive, Because like I can be grateful that I have a roof over my head every day, but that doesn't have the same kind of impact as saying like, oh, today the lady at the ice cream shop said that my outfit was cute. Like that kind of thing. It's like day by day, but then there'll be days where like I don't have anything to be thankful for or to like be happy about, except for the usual stuff like I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head and that I live in Japan. That would be Amikoto Ash's positive journal, by the way. His positive journal will be the same thing every day. It'll just be like, day 1, I live in Japan. Day 2, I live in Japan. Day 3, I live in Japan. Day 4, I live in Japan. I swear to God, if Amikoto Ash ever had a positive journal, that would be that would be what he writes every day. He doesn't need to write anything else. He'll just be like, I drank 5 monsters today and I had 2 hours of sleep, but I live in Japan, so everything is daijobu. That's him. That's literally him. Yeah, just day 5,000. I live in Japan. Actually, thank you for the Ashes small redeem. Thank you. Kind of weird for me to write about my coworker liking the smell of my hair the other day. No, I think that's fine. Somebody saying that they like your scent, I think is nice. I don't get complimented on my scent. I was watching an anime the other day and there was a character who was running all over the place, and as he ran, it made me think, this dude sounds like Ash. I could see Ash impersonating this dude. Ash is really good at doing a lot of impersonations. Both Ash and I have like a pretty wide voice range, so you'll find us in like almost every single Meriwether Media video. Usually the extras are, like the male extras are all done by Ash and the female extras are by me. Unless we find somebody else, it's usually one of us. Damn, I really haven't done any work. Oh my god. マジで今日一応作業配信で回してるのに全く作業してないんだけど、一応ちょっとだけやろう。I feel like I lost track of what I wanted to say. いろいろあったんだよな。いろいろ。こちらをこうして。That's good. You had so much fun that you didn't notice the point anymore. I definitely don't feel down like I did before. I feel like I was sad about a lot of things earlier. But after talking to you guys, I feel like I don't feel as down anymore. Kamurai, thank you for following. Thank you. I think the main thing that I was feeling down about, I don't know how it's like for you guys, but for me, I don't just feel down because of one thing. Usually, it's because multiple things happen at the same time. And then all of them kind of trigger the same insecurity. And then I stop feeling doubtful of myself, if you know what I mean. Like, if one person told me, oh, you suck, that's not enough to, like, make me upset. You know, like, I'm not that weak. But let's say one person told me I suck. And then on the same day, somebody who was supposed to hang out with me canceled their plans on me to hang out with someone else. That reinforces the idea that I am not worthy of other people's time. That, in combination with the person who said that I suck, would combine together and then make me feel like that I suck. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's a snowball, exactly. It's not one thing. It's like multiple things come together and then they all reinforce this one insecurity that I have, and then I start feeling really down about that one thing. Yeah. I get triggered really easily. One bad interaction is enough to ruin my day, or at least my afternoon. If I know them, I hold a grudge too. Oh, no, I get that. Depending on who it is that's saying it and how severe it is, or like how much it like directly pokes my insecurity, it sometimes only takes one person. But yeah, so basically that was what I was going through. You know, I was seeing a few things throughout the day that was kind of making me feel unconfident in myself. And I didn't want to let it take over me. So, actually, Ash is small and I am big. I am big. I need to remind myself that I am big, huge, humongous, amazing. I think what I really needed was just, like, positive reinforcement. I feel like I can try to tell myself, oh, Rua, you're so amazing. Oh, Rua, you speak 3 languages fluently, and that's so impressive. Oh, Rua, you moved to a foreign country all by yourself with no family and somehow made it work. You're living alone, taking care of yourself, and you're doing something so big and great and amazing and honestly, like, very scary that a lot of people never have the courage to do. You're amazing. Don't forget that. But then, like, when I tell myself that, sometimes it feels like copium, you know? Like, you know when you, like, try to tell yourself that you're great, it sounds like copium? But, like, if other people tell you, then, like, it feels better. So I feel like I needed chat to remind me that I'm doing my best. Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you. It's really weird because if you think about it logically, I am amazing. Not everyone has the courage to move to a foreign country by themselves with no family and start their own business and just have a career in such a uncertain and unstable path. It's very unconventional, very different. I have a lot of friends who wanted to pursue something more creative, but gave up on that because they didn't have the courage to take that first step. They chose security over dreams and passion, and I always try to tell myself that it's really impressive and I should be proud of myself that I picked my dreams and passion over a more traditional, simple, and stable life. And that even though, just because there's other people who did the same thing that I did, that doesn't make what I did any less impressive. Positive reinforcement! That you are amazing. Always like watching your streams and listening to you talk. Oh, thank you, Potato. That makes me really happy. Sometimes you really are your own worst critic and enemy. Yeah. That's why you gotta, you know, try to remind yourself that you are doing your best. Ugh, I should have not listened to my parents. You know, sometimes I need to remind myself, like, of how grateful I should be that my parents weren't, like, super against me doing what I want as well. Like, I would be lying if I said my parents, like, you know, encouraged me to do what I do. They just didn't stop me. Like, my mom tried to, like, say, like, Rua, maybe you should, like, become a Japanese teacher or something, you know, teach Japanese in Australia, you know. Teachers, you know, have, like, pretty good benefits in Australia, blah, blah, blah. Like, you try to, like, subtly nudge me into just, like, doing a regular job. But she also never, like, tried to suppress me or stop me from, like, doing voice acting and, like, making content online. And then I somehow made it. So, yeah. Not gonna lie, I probably shouldn't have listened to my family. I had a path I wanted to go, but they talked me out of it. To this day, I regret it. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late to start doing something. That's what I try to tell myself. Take merit in your progress or journey. Yeah, getting to work as a voice actor and bring characters to life is a very incredible thing that not many people get to do. You know, sometimes I feel insecure about the fact that I haven't voiced in like a big anime or game. And I oftentimes have like imposter syndrome as to whether I can even call myself a professional voice actor. Because I've never gone through professional training. And even though I voiced in a lot of games and a lot of animation projects, and you know, I am literally the voice actor of Sally Sinclair. And there are many people who love my voice and my voice acting and want me in their projects, but because I've never voiced in a big, like, you know, like game title or anime that's like recognized as like almost mainstream, I sometimes feel like I'm an imposter. I feel like I'm not a professional. I don't have an IMDb page. I don't have, you know, I don't have an IMDb page, and I don't have like a character that like kind of everyone knows me by. So sometimes I get self-conscious about that, but like Yuki says, if you get paid, you're a professional. Like, it's a disservice to both myself and my clients to not call myself a professional when they're paying for my services. Like, every day I have people who reach out to me wanting to pay for my voice to be in their project. And that in itself is an incredible thing. Even if I'm not in a big like anime or a big, you know, game, that doesn't make me any less of a voice actor, and I have to remind myself of that. You shouldn't stop yourself from making an IMDb page if you want one. Wait, are you able to make your own IMDb page? Wait, that's a thing? I thought it had to be like made by someone else. More reason why it's good we got to meet Anoya, the voice behind Sally, among many other characters. Yeah! Wait, you can make your own IMDb page? Really? I did not know that. What the fuck? Eh? Okay, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, what the fuck? Wait, maybe I will. I'll make an IMDb page and put Sally Sinclair there. Yeah, what the fuck? Eh? 自分で作れるんだ、プロフィール。知らなかった。I had no idea. Oh my god. I even made a page on IMDb to catalog an anime series that didn't have one yet. Damn! I didn't know that was possible. Okay. When I feel like crap, I think about how privileged I am. Yeah, I feel like I need to think about that more as well. Like, just the fact that I even, you know, am able to do what I do for a living is already a privilege. And yet, sometimes I catch myself comparing myself to other creators and other people in the same field, whether that's voice acting or content creation. And I feel very inferior. I feel like I'm behind so many people. I feel like even though I'm doing my best, putting myself out there, and I feel like I have talents to show the world, and I am, you know, making projects to showcase that, it's, you know, it's not reaching as many people as I would like it to reach. And I see other people moving forward and getting ahead of me, and it makes me very scared. It makes me doubt myself. And going back to like that quiz and how patience was my lowest trait, I really do think impatience is my biggest like negative trait, because I don't know why, but I have this really bad habit of comparing myself to people that are older than me or have been doing the same thing as me but for way longer. I'm so impatient. Like, I'll see someone who is a few years older than me getting to a place that I'm not at yet and think that I am a failure. But that doesn't make sense because they're like a few years older than me. So technically, like, at the very least, I should compare myself to them when I'm the same age as them, you know? But I don't know why. I think it's because my cousin was like, my older cousin was really competitive with me when I was younger. She was 2 years older than me. And she would always like challenge me to things, and I think she had her own like insecurity problems, right? So she would often try to compete with me and hang things that she had that I didn't have in front of my face to feel better about herself. And I think that made me a lot more competitive than I would have liked to be. And it gave me a really bad habit of comparing myself to people who are older than me. Like, I would literally see people who are older than me who are married and think like, oh, I should be married too. And I don't think about the fact that I'm younger than them. So it's very natural that I'm not married yet. Or, you know, like I forget about the fact that I have many friends who are way older than me who are also still not married yet. And also, like, marriage does not define your life. Like, you know, it's so weird. Sometimes you become so tunnel visioned by comparing yourself to the people around you. Yeah. It's like a double-edged sword. Ambition, but uninhibited ambition leads to impatience. You're so right. Yeah, I think the reason, like, partially why I'm so impatient is because I'm a very ambitious person. And I respect ambitious people a lot, but I also often wish that I wasn't so ambitious. I feel like my ambition takes away a lot of my joy. I feel like my ambition, while pushes me to do better and improve myself and work hard, at the same time, it, again, takes away my happiness, drags me down, and just overall burns me out and makes me less happy. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know comparison is the thief of joy. I know. But it's very difficult to not compare yourself to others. I have an awfully bad comparison habit too. It's only for a specific type of content creator. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to not compare yourself to others, especially when they're striving for the same things as you. I think it's very normal. Marriage in this economy? I know, right? No, but for real, so many of my friends have gotten married recently, and it's like making me question, like, you know, my own life and whether I can see myself getting married in the next few years, and I just don't see it happening, and then it makes me kind of sad, you know? Only compare yourself to who you want to be and who you can be, not who others are. Because you will never be someone else, and no one else will ever be you. You're very right. You're very right. You're right, but also, how do I say this? Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when you know you can't be someone else, but someone else just seems to do everything right? You know what I mean? Like, you try to be yourself, you try to stick to being yourself, and, you know, try to not let other people affect you and try to not compare yourself to others, but other people are just doing it right. Like, for some reason, it's just working out for them and it's not working out for you. What do you do in that case? how do you stop yourself from comparing yourself to someone and feeling like, oh, I should become like them when things aren't working out for you, but it's working out for them, or like it's working out much better for them than it is for you? Do you not question, what am I doing wrong? How can I be as successful or as happy as they are? You know what I mean? I feel like that's what makes it so easy to compare yourself to others, is because you see others that are happier or are more successful than you, and then you wonder what you're doing wrong. You might not be doing anything wrong, but you know what I mean? Like, you wonder, what can you do to have the same kind of happiness and success as somebody else, I guess. Yeah. I just watch anime and game and forget about it. That's a good one. Time to watch anime and forget about all of my problems. I believe people who say stick to being yourself use it as don't change, but that's wrong. Be yourself, but better. Improve yourself, become a different you, but still you. We're not talking about marriage, and here I am trying to finish my house repairs. We're trying to get my first girlfriend and have a decent place to invite her. Aww. I'm sure you'll find her. I just shrugged my shoulders, and you know what? It is what it is. There are people who own mansions and private jets and walk on red carpet in Hollywood. I'm not that, but does it bother me? Is that what I want? Complete opposite. I think partially why I find it so difficult to be happy is because ever since I was young, I've always been the kind of person when I see someone who's really cool, when I see someone doing something really cool, I find it difficult to just go, wow, that's cool, and move on with my life. I've always been the kind of person who, if I see someone doing something cool, if I see someone doing something that I look up to, then I struggle to simply appreciate it. I must do it myself. When I go to a concert and I watch an amazing singer perform a song that I love, I appreciate it, but I have a stronger feeling of, I wish I could sing like that, and I want to be on that stage, not in the audience seat. And I've always felt that way with any hobby, any passion, any interest that I pick up. As long as it's something that I enjoy, that I'm interested in, I always want to be the one on stage and not in the audience seat. And I struggled with that my whole life. I don't want to be this way, but it is what I am. I just have this like unextinguishable, like I can't get rid of this feeling. I can't get rid of this ambition. It just keeps burning. And low-key, it like makes my life really hard. When I was a child, I often compared myself to others. As I grew older, I realized that after comparing myself, what happens next? Ultimately, I have to focus on my work and responsibilities. I think you have to remind yourself that some people are hiding their own dissatisfactions despite how great things seem. You're right, Brian. I think social media is the culprit, because at the end of the day, you only see people show off their happy moments and their successful moments, and you don't see their struggles, right? Because one thing I know, it's that it's good to always have an awareness of what you do and what you do not want in life. Otherwise, you can't take action in a way that will help you move forward towards your North Star. I'm the kind of person who can go through life striving for something better, but never jumping too far. Repeating, it is what it is, I'll be happy, but some people aren't like that. Yeah, I'm not like that. That's natural thing as a performer. I get that completely. I'm glad somebody relates. I didn't realize that this wasn't a natural thing until I talked to a friend of mine who's like really into like K-pop and stuff. And like I would ask her, I'm like, does, you know, following all these K-pop artists and being like so into them not make you wanna, I don't know, become fluent in Korean yourself and potentially, you know, even like learn how to sing and dance and rap yourself? And she's like, no. They're hot. Seeing them makes me happy. And I work so I get money and I go see them. And then I'm like, I wish I could be like that. Like, I feel like I'm not able to be like, wow, this person is cool or this thing is cool. Okay, so I will just do my job, make money so I can like buy merch of this thing or like go see this person. I'll be like how I feel towards my idols and like the people that I oshi is I want to be able to stand on the same stage as you. I want to become someone who is worthy of standing next to you. And that's how I've always been. Like, dude, I'm literally a tortured artist. I wish I could just look at my oshi and be like, oh my god, my oshi is so cool and amazing. I'm so blessed to have such a cool oshi and I look forward to hearing their voice every day, and that's like what makes me happy. But I'm like, no, I wanna collab with my oshi, and I wanna become someone's oshi. Like, that's how I think, and I hate my brain. Like, why am I like this? Yeah. Believe me, one thing, you're amazing. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here watching and listening. Be confident in yourself. Oh, thank you, Irutia. Thank you. Great performers are the ones who are comfortable with themselves enough to take turns in the spotlight with other performers that they can passion and love with equally. Yeah, social media is definitely poison for self-esteem. Sometimes I feel like I need to genuinely delete social media from my phone. It's so bad. I feel the same way. I want to appreciate them, but I want to do what they do. Yeah, like, it's not like you don't appreciate them, right? Like, I still support my oshis. Like, I still watch people. But, like, I can't just sit still and only watch and support other people. I want to do it too. And I've always been this way. And I feel like I have, like, this version of myself in my brain. I have, like, this ideal version of myself in my brain that I want to become. And the gap between who I want to be and who I am right now tortures me on a daily basis. I have really high standards for myself. I want to be a certain way, but maybe in order to become that, first of all, I need lots of time to work on myself, to develop my skills and, you know, a lot of things to be able to get there. Or, you know, it also requires, like, luck, things that are out of my control to be able to get there. And it's not something that is purely up to me. So I suffer from this, like, gap between the image of me that I have in my mind and who I actually am. Yeah. Yeah, it's like jealousy in a way that's not malicious. Exactly. I'm not jealous of people who I admire. Do I like singers? Yeah, they're amazing. Do I want to sing? No, that's not my thing. I have my thing, and I believe if they knew me, they would also say, wow, that's nice. Not my thing, though. Yeah, no, it's very up to person, I think. I've always been the kind of person where if I'm interested in something, then, like, I want to do it. I don't want to just watch it. I want to do it. I'll still watch it, of course, and enjoy it, but, like, I'll also want to do it. I think that's why I ended up being a streamer and voice actor and content creator. Like, I loved anime and I appreciated voice actors' performance so much that I picked up voice acting myself, and now I do it as a job. I couldn't stand just sitting there and listening to these amazing performances and not give it a try myself. I'm just that kind of person. And luckily, you know, I somehow made it far enough that I can say this is my job. I get paid doing this. But it's a lot of people feel this way and they can never even get to a point where they can do that thing and like make it their career. So you have to face this reality of like you really want to do this thing, but maybe you don't have the skill, the talent, or the environment to be able to pursue it, and you just have to live with that, and it's very painful. It's a very painful feeling to live with. There are a few things I feel like that with, but only in my special interest. Hello, Jazz. We're having a very deep life talk. And I haven't done any work at all. Oh my god. Okay, to be fair, I saved one file that I recorded earlier. But other than that, I haven't done anything. やばい。ちょっとしか仕事してないや。Please understand that you've already done a lot of work to get to this point. That's nothing to sneeze at, and you rock. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like that's what I need to hear. I don't know why it's so hard to remind yourself of what's great about you. But when you hear it from somebody else, suddenly it kind of hits, you know? Yeah, we're in like a group therapy session, guys. We're in a group therapy session, but like of the positive kind, you know? We're just like reflecting on our own lives and beliefs and thoughts and like things that weigh us down. And honestly, I think this kind of conversation is very, very valuable and very productive, in my opinion, you know? It's not trauma dumping, it's having a very mature and insightful discussion about your emotions and how you feel and how you can work towards self-improvement, you know? Never feel bad about wanting to be something and not wanting to stand still, as long as you make sure to take breaks when needed. I'll keep that in mind, Lazy. I'll keep that in mind. For me, it's less damn, I could have been an actor, and more like, I'm getting old and this person is so much younger than me and already this successful. What have I been doing with my life? Oh my god, I'm starting to get that recently! Because like, I used to be young, and to be fair, I think I'm still young compared to a lot of people around me. But I'm getting older, like, right? Every year I get older. I may be a phoenix, rebirthed, but I still age. Like, I get older every year. You know, it's happening more recently. It's happening more recently where I'll see someone who's like really successful and like, you know, they're like on a huge upwards trend in their career. And then you think that like, oh, for how successful they are, they must have been doing this for like a long time. And then you realize they've only been in the industry for a year or two and they're like 3 years younger than you. And you're like, holy shit. I'm a useless piece of shit. And I'm pathetic. You know? It's so difficult to not feel like, oh my god, I'm pathetic. When you see someone who's like way younger than you doing everything you wanted to ever do, but like achieved in less time than you. You know? Yeah. I used to be young. Had confirmed. No, it's because I rebirthed. It's because I rebirthed, will kick. I was once young, and then I was reborn. You know? So I'm young again. But I was also once young. Follow the drive and reach for that light at the end of the tunnel. So inspirational. Now I want to follow your lead and engage in chats like these live on stream with my own voice too. Ooh, nice! It's really not pathetic, I promise. Thank you. I know. And I try to tell myself it's not, but I'm just saying. It's hard not to feel that way, you know? Like, I feel like you can try to encourage yourself to not be negative, but still, like, validate your own insecurities. Like, I know that I feel that way, but I'll try to convince myself that that's not true, though. You know? Speaking of birth, my birthday is next Wednesday, coming soon. Do you think it's kind of sad buying a slice of cake and just putting a single candle? No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that before. Because when I moved to Japan, like, I don't have my mom and dad with me anymore. So I have to, like, just eat a cake myself. And it's hard to eat a big whole cake by yourself. So I think there's nothing wrong with buying a slice of cake and just putting one candle on it for the vibes. Just, you know, get a cake. It's your favorite flavor. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, happy early birthday. If you see someone younger than you achieving more than you in one field, be sure they're also falling behind in some other field. You're just not seeing it. I feel like that's like a big thing. The fact that on social media, you only see other people's highlight reels. やっぱ SNS って他人がなんか成功してるところばっか目に入るんだよね。Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting any kind of cake that you like for yourself on your own birthday. Everybody is fighting their own battles, essentially. No, literally. I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying about this one Attack on Titan quote. I'm sorry, guys. I will never shut up about this quote. Guys, do you know about Kenny's quote in Attack on Titan? We humans, we're all the same. Every last one of us. For some, it's drinking. For some, it's women. For some, even religion. Family, the king, dreams, children, power. All of us had to spend our lives drunk on something. Else, we'd have no cause to keep pushing on. Everyone was a slave to something. My favorite quote of all anime. Every time I talk about, like, life, it always goes down to this quote. I swear to God. It's always this quote, man. It's always this quote. It's so true! It's so true. Like, every time I think about life, I always think about this quote. We're all a slave to something. Everyone is a slave to something. We gotta be drunk on something to keep going. Yeah. Exactly, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It hit really hard for me. I think this is one of the most hard-hitting quotes in anime that, like, I've ever seen. This is the quote that always comes up in my mind when I think about life. And when I think about the negative parts of life and I feel like I'm the only one that's struggling, I remember this quote from Kenny and I realized that it's not just me. I just don't see it. All the people that I'm jealous of who are more successful than me, they are probably also drunk on something, and it's probably just something different to me and I just don't know about it. You know? I wish I could be drunk on something. Hey, Don't ruin the quote from my goat! Why are you ruining this quote? The fact that you haven't memorized is also the reason why you're awesome. No, I have to like Google it to know exactly like what he said. But I do remember like bits and pieces of it. And it's like something that I like carry with me all the time. But he said women... Oh, so you think women is just titties? What about their personality? What about their personality? Huh? Damn. Not you guys. Not you guys ruining my favorite quote. I feel like I need to rewatch Attack on Titan. Or, rewatch Blue Period. One of my favorite quotes, banana slam. God, I wish I had some more fun favorite quotes. My other favorite quotes are mostly from Blue Period. I have a lot of favorite quotes from Blue Period. They help me a lot when I'm feeling unmotivated. One of my favorite quotes from Blue Period is, a hard worker who gets to do what they love is invincible. That hit me like a truck. Because I've never really seen myself as a genius. I'm not a genius. I don't think I'm like super talented. But I can work hard. And I think I'm very powerful. And I get to work hard on what I love. And every time I feel like other people who have more talent than me or have more resources than me are getting ahead of me, I try to remind myself that even if I don't have what they have, at least I have the ability to work hard when I'm doing what I love. And that like keeps me going, you know? Another quote I really like is something that I tell myself when I feel jealous of other people that are, you know, maybe doing better than me. And it's 悔しいって思えるならまだ戦えるね. Which translates to, I actually remember like the exact words in my head for these Blue Period quotes because they're shorter, but it translates to, if you feel frustrated, then it means you can still fight. And it's a quote that was spoken to the main character when he was feeling down and upset over the fact that like there was all these like genius artists in his class that could do like much better than him. And he was feeling like, why can't I be as good as them? And this quote essentially means like, if you even are able to feel jealous of someone who's better than you to begin with, it means that there's a part of you that believes you can get to their level or be better, right? Like, it was like so eye-opening for me. I want to share this with you guys. It was very enlightening for me because what she was saying and essentially is humans don't compare themselves to God. If you think that you don't even have a chance to get on someone's level, then you wouldn't feel frustrated. You would just accept it as fact, right? So the fact that you feel frustrated that you're not as good as someone, feeling jealous of them in itself means that there's a part of you that believes that you have the ability to get to where they are. And like that is so empowering for me. That fact is so empowering for me, and I feel like it makes me feel a lot better about myself when I constantly find myself being jealous of other people in the same field, because like it's not negative. It means that somewhere inside me I believe that I have the potential and the drive and the ability to be where they are, which means that it's not a bad thing. It just shows that I have drive and ambition, you know? Yeah. I don't know. There are some people I know who compare themselves to God pretty often. Okay, well, I don't know people like that. Hey, stop trying to ruin my favorite quotes, you guys. Don't you think it's so enlightening? I don't know, like, because I always hated myself. I always hated myself for being jealous all the time. And, like, you know, in a way, like, comparing myself to people who are better than me, more successful than me, more talented than me. But when I listened to that quote for the first time, when I watched that scene in Blue Period, I realized that it's not necessarily a bad thing. If I were to see the glass half full instead of half empty, it just means that I'm an ambitious person who has drive, who wants better for myself. If I didn't have drive or ambition, I wouldn't even feel jealous of people. I would just accept that that's not something that I would ever have and live with it. But I'm not willing to live with it because I believe I can do better. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? Yeah. Rua to Ramon. Don't ruin my favorite quotes. Ramon to Ramon. Challenge accepted. Let's ruin more quotes. No! This was supposed to be inspirational. Oh my god. I'm getting hungry. Wait, I haven't done any work. やばい。どうしよう。全然仕事してないんだけど。終わってるわ。ちょっと待って。Oh my god, we're all just talking about our favorite quotes now. Oh my god, your favorite quotes are so long. There will be mistakes, there will be days of sorrow, there will be knowing better, there will be a tomorrow. No road is loaded with silver and gold. It's just a treasure that you make for you. Give us the opportunity to prove ourselves that we exist, and if we lose them, we have an unrelenting feeling of uncertainty. Huh. You needed this, and it was productive. More mental room to focus later. I'm probably gonna go to sleep after this. I hope that when I wake up, like, all of the things that we talked about, and like the what do you call the enlightening conversations will still stick with me, and I won't fall back into just being really negative again. Okay, I do need to finish recording this before I go to bed. I told myself that much at least. I only need to record 3 lines and then add SFX and then save it, and then I'm done. Okay. 全システムスタンバイ状態です。本ダタによるカリブレーションを確認しました。Gotta do some car startup lines for one of my repeat clients. Okay, that was a little bad. Katsuzetsu-wise. I need to sleep too, but I need to meet my aunt in 2 hours. Wait, go to sleep, girl! You need to get some sleep before you meet your aunt. This convo helped me a lot too. I'm glad to hear that. I feel like having conversations like this with other people is very important. 本ダタによるカリブレーションを確認しました。It's so hard to say calibration. 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 本ダタによるキャリブレーションを確認しました。タイプ R のパフォーマンスプロフィール、難しい。ちょっと待って。難しい。これ滑舌むずいな。2時間経ってやっと仕事してるっていう。If it cheers you up a little bit, thanks for doing these streams lately. You say it's random, but you keep me company when I'm working at 3 to 5 a.m. because it's the only time I can focus. Aww, I'm glad to hear that. Good night, Mixley. Sleep well. I'll be going to bed soon as well. I'm gonna try and wrap up my work in the next, 10 minutes. Like I said, I have plans again when I wake up, so I shouldn't go to bed too late. I haven't showered yet, actually. まだね、お風呂入ってないから、さすがにそろそろ終わりにしないとやばい。仕事まだ終わってないから、とりあえず仕事集中するわ、一旦。性能特性。タイプ R の性能特性は維持されています。I'm glad you're having a good time here. I do feel bad. I kind of stopped doing stream schedules and I just randomly go live, whether it's in the morning or at night, depending on whether I feel like or not. But I feel like this makes me happier. Like, having a schedule stresses me out a little bit. And also makes me less motivated to stream sometimes. Like, if I'm really tired, but I have a stream planned, it feels more like a chore. But when I go live because I want to, like, oh, I'm really feeling chatty, I want to talk to the Amons, or I have something I really want to say to you guys, I have a conversation that I really want to start, I feel like it makes me happier, it makes me excited to stream, and it makes my experience overall a lot nicer. So I've been doing more spontaneous streams recently. Mazda Type R? Maybe, I'm not sure what car this person has. Probably. I feel like having this conversation with you guys really helped me out because I was literally on the verge of crying from negativity, so I really needed this. あ、初見さん、マカンさん、いらっしゃい。コメントありがとうございます。美女可愛すぎる。ありがとうございます。桜色のフェニックス、桜葉ルアと申します。よろしくお願いします。英語、日本語、中国語、全部話せますよ。でも、いつもは英語のコメントが多いので、だいたい英語で喋ってるんですけど、日本語のコメントが来たらすぐ日本語を喋るので、よかったらね、コメントたくさんください。よろしくお願いします。I got a JP comment on YouTube saying that I'm cute. 嬉しい。バイリンガル、トリリンガルです。3カ国語を話せます。日本人の方、いいえ、オーストラリア育ちの中国人です。多分日本人って言っても普通に信じてもらえると思うんですけど、私嘘つくの嫌いなんで、オーストラリア育ちの中国人です。英語が第一言語ですね。日本語はアニメが好きで、声優ラジオとか聞いてたらなんとなく話せるようになりました。すごいでしょ。なんかこっちの方がすごいかなと思って。ねえ、日本語上手でしょ それなんか日本人じゃないのにこんぐらい話せる方がすごいと思ってだから普通に正直に日本人じゃないですって言ってます。イエーイ、そうなんですよ。アニメとか見てたらなんとなく話せるようになったんだよ。訛りとかもないでしょ。すごいでしょあ、今は日本に住んでます。2年前に日本に引っ越しました。その前はオーストラリア住んでました。2年前にそろそろ日本に引っ越さないとちょっと夢がありました。私声優になるのが夢なんですけど、今はねネットで一応声優として活動してるんですけど、やっぱりねそのテレビアニメとか自分もプレイしてるゲームに出演するのが夢で、やっぱりそういう機会をいただくためにもやっぱ東京に行かないとダメだなと思って、オーストラリアにいるままだったら絶対にチャンス回ってこないなと思って思い切って2年前引っ越してきました。はい、まだねテレビアニメ出演とか大きなゲームに出演することはないんですけど、結構有名な YouTuber さんの動画とかには出演してますね。あとはインディーズで作られているゲームとか。声優全然いける。すごい綺麗で可愛い声。嬉しい、ありがとう。やっぱねプロの声優になるのが夢なので、もうね声褒められるの一番嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。頑張ります。一応ねお金もらってね声の仕事してるからもうプロって言っていいんですけど、やっぱ私の中のプロはそのテレビアニメとか大手のなんかね会社が作ってるゲームとかに出演しないとプロって自分のことプロって呼んでいいのかわからないんですけど、一応今でもすでに声優の仕事はしております。はい、ボイスコミックに出演したりとか個人で作ってるゲームとかに出演してるんですけど、やっぱり夢はテレビアニメ、大きなゲームに大きなゲーム作品に出演することです。頑張ります。I was telling a JP viewer about why I moved to Japan and my dream of voicing in an anime and also voicing in like a game made by a big company, the kind of game that like I myself play as well. That's my dream. That's been my dream for the longest time. And sometimes I worry. This is not me being negative, by the way. Like I'm just saying, but sometimes I'll like think like, man, it's been 2 years since I moved to Japan, and I still haven't achieved, voicing in like a big project, bigger than the kind of project that I was able to voice in already back when I still lived in Australia. But like people that I know who are successful now, a lot of them, it took them like sometimes 6 years to finally land a big role. Like it's a difficult industry, and even if I haven't voiced in an anime or like a big game yet, I have voiced in more games, and I have voiced in more projects, and I have formed more connections. It's not like I haven't made any progress. So I should be proud. I should be proud of the progress that I've already made, instead of being upset that I haven't been able to achieve more, because being upset doesn't do anything. I just have to move forward. Yeah. The experience looks good on your CV. Yeah, I do have quite a lot of games and indie like animations already under my belt. So, yeah. No one knows for sure which roles are gonna blow up or not. Yeah, exactly. I'm still waiting for Sally Sinclair to become the next Hollywood star, like she herself says, yo, when is a Hollywood producer gonna pick up Sally Sinclair so I can be in Hollywood, See, Sally believes that she can be in Hollywood. So I have to believe as Sally's voice actress that I can be in Hollywood too, you know? Like I gotta have the same energy. I'm flicking my hair in real life while saying this, by the way. 夢は大きくいや、ほんと声優業界ってもうね、4年、6年、10年それ以上頑張ってもまだまだ全然大きな役を得てない人なんて山ほどいるから、お仕事をもらえてる時点で私はもうね、幸せ者。応援してるね。ありがとうございます。頑張ります。頑張ってます。よくね、作業配信で声優のお仕事の収録もしてるので、よかったらね、ぜひぜひ遊びに来てください。今日はね、多分あと10分15分ぐらいで終わる予定なんですけど、また朝活したり夜に配信したりすると思うので、よろしくお願いします。今はさっき収録したやつの編集をちょっとして終わりにしようと思います。全システムスタンバイ状態です。これなんか車に使うためのボイスですね。ご依頼がありました。全システムスタンバイ状態です。System on standby JP OK そして Add an effect to it 全システムスタンバイ状態です。全システムスタンバイ状態です。The better question would be, is Hollywood good enough to be graced by the Sally Sinclair or the Sakuraha Rua? So true, actually. Hollywood is like not ready for us. Hollywood is not ready for Sally and I. Real. すごいありがとう。よくね、なんか車に入れるボイスみたいのをご依頼を受けるんですよね。本型によるキャリブレーションを確認しました。ちょっと滑舌がちょっと滑舌が悪いな。本型によるキャリブレーションを確認しました。本型によるキャリブレーションを確認いたしました。本型によるキャリブレ難しいね。本型の滑舌。I walked away to make instant ramen. What did I miss? It didn't miss much. Just me working, actually working. 本型によるキャリブレーションを確認しました。Rua actually working in a work stream? No way. にしました。多分日本の車メーカーが多いからなのかな。結構海外の方で日本語のボイスが欲しい人多いんですよね。I'm cooking. That's right. Reverb. 本型によるキャリブレーションを確認しました。やっぱこれつけるとかっこいいんだよね。I feel like for these car sounds, having the reverb always like makes it sound even better. And then with the SFX. That's not the real Rua? Damn! You don't believe I can do work? Disrespectful. 本型によるキャリブレーションを確認いたしました。タイプ R の性能特性は維持されています。I mean, it's been... Oh my god, it's been 2 hours! いや、もう2時間経ってるからさ、私まだ寝てないの。起きてからまた予定があるから寝ないとそろそろ。タイプ R の性能特性は維持されています。I gotta sleep soon. Otherwise, I'm gonna be dead when I wake up. I have to do something very important when I wake up. So, I gotta go to sleep soon. Ah! I was only going for an hour and a bit today. It's so bad. I always go for like an hour extra than what I planned. It's so bad.
タイプ R の性能特性は維持されています。
ほうほうほう。自分も寝てない。寝てないんですか？大丈夫ですか？私はまあこういう職業柄ですから別に睡眠時間がおかしくても全然いいんですけど大丈夫ですか？ The yap was too strong. 昨日の夜からずっと動画見てた。すごいね。ドパってる？もしかしてドパってる？これ最近日本人の活動者の方から勉強したんですけど最近流行りの言葉ドパ書き、ドパる、ドパってる。ドパってますか？私もよくドパってます最近。ショート動画とかね寝る前によくないんですけどね本当は。 SFX OK。
タイプ R の性能特性は維持されています。
OK I think that is all. これで全部かな？ OK 12 voice lines in total. OK OK good. OK 大丈夫。Going an hour extra on a working stream just meaning you're hard working? So true, Max! Thank you for validating me. ドパってるかも？まあまあまあまあまあまあまあ。いやー、最近はみんなドパ書きですよ。I just love yapping too much. What can I say? Now, I have to face the extremely difficult choice of whether I raid Amikoto Ash, Shun Night Song, or Saki no Airi. ねえ、友達がいっぱい配信しすぎてて誰にレイドしようかわかんないんだけど。しかもみんなでコラボしてるね。どうしようか。Thank you for the Ashes Small Redeem. Lulu, thank you for following. Thank you. I'm so curious about the small Ash lore. TLDR is because I named my Charmander Ash, and it just happened to be a S-size Charmander. Yeah. Like, the Pokemon have, like, canon sizes, and the Charmander that I got, that I named Ash, just happens to be S-size. That's why. It still looks big, like, in the game, though, especially when it evolves into a Charizard. And it actually started because Ash clipped me saying that the Charizard was big out of context and started using it as a redeem on his stream without my permission. So as retaliation, I like, you know, because I realized that canonically the Charizard is actually a size S Charizard. So you know, so I was like, guys, look, proof, receipts. Actually, he's kind of canonically small. So now I have Ash's small as a redeem. Yeah. Just correcting misinformation. Yeah, like, I'm right, technically, guys. Like, canonically, my Charizard is a size S, so... But no, it's hard to decide who to rate, because, like, Shun and Airi, I don't usually get to raid, because I usually don't stream at this time. I mean, I've been doing it more recently, but... どうしようかな。どうしようかな。柊ゆうさんも配信してるし、ハチも配信してるよ。ハチ is streaming too. Fuck. I have too many friends that are live right now. It's kind of hard to choose who to raid. なんか今、ツイッチで誰にレイドしようか考えてるんだけど、今、配信中の友達が多すぎてさ、やばいんだけど。Pia's live, Jelly's live, Rhea's live. I mean, Ash is collabing with Croc, and I follow Croc as well. He was in the PD fam in District V. Hi Night Fox. I'm about to end stream. I'm trying to decide who I should raid because a lot of my friends are live right now and I don't know who I should raid. どうしようかな。迷うな。愛理ちゃんにレイドしたいんだけど、コラボしてるからな。邪魔にならないかな。コラボでレイドしちゃうと。とりあえずレイドメッセージはこちらです。どうしよっかな。でも言うてアッシュもレイドできる機会なかなかないからね。やっぱアッシュにレイドしよっかな。I do feel like I don't get to raid Ash that often either, because he usually ends stream before me. Atsupipi, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Zeta. I'm gonna go get some food and shower and sleep. Otherwise, I won't be able to wake up tonight for my plans. I have a watch along plan tonight, so I need to make sure I go to sleep. どうしようかな。やっぱアッシュにレイドするか。アイリちゃんにもレイドしたいんだけど。どうしよう。どうしよう。待って、決められないんだけど。I high key can't even decide who I should raid. Thanks for the vibe up in here. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat. It definitely cheered me up. なんかもう考えるのがめんどくさいからアッシュにレイドするわ。とりあえず考えるのがめんどくさいときはメンバーにレイドする。あれちょっと待って。Is it working? Oh, there we go. It is working. I was like, bro's name is in fucking Japanese, so like, I can't even tell what his username is. はい。じゃあ、アッシュくんにレイドしましょう。はい。YouTube の方でもね、今日はありがとうございました。一応作業終わりました。よかったらね、チャンネル登録、高評価、Twitter のフォローなど、よろしくお願いします。Please leave a follow if you have not followed me yet. And I will see you guys again next time! おつぴぴーまたねーバイバーイ